Welcome back to AI Deep Dive at Scale. Today we're getting into a massive shift we're all seeing. Generative AI is no longer just an interesting experiment, it's quickly becoming core business infrastructure.
Right. And our mission today is to really unpack what that means. What does this strategic imperative actually demand from you?
And, why is the transition proving to be so rocky?
And that's the crucial tension right out of the gate. I mean, Gartner predicts a huge hurdle here. They're saying 30% of Gen AI projects will be abandoned, just dropped after the proof of concept phase by the end of 2025.
30%. Abandoned. That sounds shockingly high for something that everyone says is so, foundational.
Exactly.
If AI is mandatory now, why is success so difficult? So let's start with that strategic imperative.
The shift in perspective is it's fundamental. AI is now seen as a strategic asset, not just some simple automation tool.
hmm
And the sources are showing that traditional advantages, things like sheer corporate size or having a huge branch network, they're kind of becoming useless.
Okay, hold on. Can you elaborate on that? How does AI actually kill the advantage of, say, a physical branch network?
It's all about data-driven hyper-efficiency. You just don't need a physical presence anymore to deliver personalized, instantaneous service.
Right.
AI can handle hyper-personalized marketing, logistics, product distribution, all of it digitally. So companies are, scrambling to find a new edge, and the incentive is pretty clear.
And what's that?
AI adopters are reporting 20% higher EBIT margins than their peers.
20%. And let's just quickly define EBIT margins for everyone. That's earnings before interest and taxes.
Yeah,
So we're talking about a signal of significantly higher overall profitability.
a huge signal. And it's driven by that explosive data growth, too.
Oh, yeah, the stat that 90% of the world's data was created in just the last 2 years.
Precisely. And that immense volume, it demands intelligent infrastructure just to process it. We're seeing this play out really clearly in CRM, customer relationship management.
It's basically standard practice now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like 91% of businesses are already using AI in their CRM systems.
They are. And modern AI CRM is built on three pillars: predictive AI, generative AI for content, and then there's agentic AI.
Okay, we get the first two, but what does agentic AI, this autonomous decision-making, what does that actually look like in practice for you?
So agentic AI is the system's ability to take defined actions on its own without a human needing to step in. Think of it managing complex scheduling, or automatically creating a follow-up ticket, or maybe rerouting a high-priority customer complaint based on a risk score.
So it's doing the work, not just suggesting the work.
Exactly. And it works. Successful implementations have shown about a 30.9% reduction in customer service problems.
That's a real tangible impact. And we're seeing this integration go all the way down to the hardware. I mean, look at Microsoft Copilot.
It's a perfect example. It uses GPT-4 and now GPT-5 models that are embedded directly into core apps like Word, Excel, Teams.
And the most symbolic proof of that infrastructure integration came in January 2024.
The dedicated Copilot key.
A dedicated key for AI right on Windows keyboards. That's AI moving
Yeah.
from the server room to being, well, a foundational utility.
It's the ultimate statement.
But that brings us back to that 30% endement rate. If the rewards are so high, why are so many projects just collapsing?
It's the investment paradox. Deploying Gen AI is hugely expensive. We're often talking $5 million to $20 million per approach.
Wow.
And executives are really struggling to justify those costs when the return is often just measured in indirect productivity gains.
I can see the challenge there. The CEO asks, how much money did this new system make? And the answer is, well, our teams are 10% faster.
Right. That doesn't translate easily to the balance sheet.
Not at all.
And that difficulty, combined with these core infrastructure inhibitors, that's what kills projects. Things like poor data quality, escalating costs, inadequate risk controls.
So it's the foundations that are shaky.
Fundamentally, yes. Gen AI requires a really high tolerance for seeking indirect future financial value. And, that's something CFOs have historically been very uncomfortable with.
So what does this all mean for you listening? I think the takeaway is that long-term AI success isn't really about having the best algorithm. It's about organizational design. It's about building the foundational infrastructure, the governance, and having the talent to support it.
Exactly. And that infrastructure requires managing some pretty complex technical debt, which is, the implied cost of future work you create because you rushed things now.
So it's a long-term play with immediate costs.
It is. And while the strategic payoff is immense, Gen AI promises to handle up to 70% of customer interactions without a human by 2025. Success depends entirely on getting past that short-term financial focus.
That tension between future value and immediate financial demands, it feels like that's the central story of the modern enterprise. In our next deep dive, we'll explore the four key AI integration pathways, including enhanced decision making, and how this shift is changing the game for executives.